Tom Reuter with Spray Foam Engineers. I'm going to show you how to start up and shut down the Graco E20 Reactor 3 Elite model with a gas generator. So we'll start by firing up the generator and the compressor. Compressor right here. Turn on the brake. Now we can turn on all of our breakers in the panel. And then we can fire up our reactor at the red knob. That'll take a minute to kick on. We can make sure that our holes are open on both the A and the B drums right here. And then we can dial up the pressure on the A and the B side drums to 80 psi. Whoop, actually, first we're just going to want to make sure that we're going to want to make sure we're in the spray position right here. We were in the recirculate position. So now we're in the spray position. And we're going to go ahead and dial up our stick pumps to 80 psi. All right. So now we're supplying the machine with chemical. So if we were to turn on the pumps inside the reactor, we would build pressure in the hose instead of just not being able to build pressure. So now we've got the generator and compressor on, we've got the reactor on, and we've got the stick pumps building pressure, so supplying the machine with chemical. So now we just want to heat up our hose and then put pressure to the machine. So we can go ahead and turn on our hose heat right there. And then and our set point temperatures are 120 degrees on the A and the B side and the hose. With the Reactor 3 it's a little bit different, so you don't have 3 items to turn on anymore or to adjust the temperatures with. We still turn on our hose and we turn on our A and we turn on our B, but we only adjust the A and the B temperature now. We don't adjust the hose temperature independent of that. So now we can go ahead and turn on our A side heater and our B side heater. And then we've got all 3 of our heaters on. Once those are up to 120 degrees across the board, then we would go ahead and build pressure on the machine. And then once we're up to temperature and we're up to pressure, we can go ahead and spray foam. So this will take maybe 10 minutes or so to get up to temperature. But for purposes of this video, just to move things along, we're going to go ahead and say we're up to temperature for our A and our B and our hose. So we can go ahead and turn on the pumps and we'll build pressure to 1500 psi. So it looks like we're set to spray right here. And we turn on power right there with the power button, and now we're building pressure. And we can see both gauges are about equal, building pressure to 1500 psi. So now we've got digital readouts out here, but generally speaking, you'll look at these gauges here to kind of keep an eye on your pressures and make sure that it's balanced. You want to see that they're roughly the same at 1500 psi or whatever your set point pressure is. So now we're at 120 degrees and we're at 1500 psi. So we're up to temperature and we're up to pressure, so we can go ahead and spray foam. Then after we're shutting the machine down at the end of the day, we're just going to go in reverse order to shut everything off. We would just go ahead and shut off our heaters, our A and our B and our hose heat. So now those are off. And then we would go ahead and shut off our power to the pumps. Then we go ahead and we dump pressure right here at the pressure dump valves. Then we could go ahead and we could dial our stick pump pressure down we have the machine set to recirculate, and we've turned off the pressure at our stick pumps. There's no longer pressure on the machine, so we could go ahead and park the machine. So we're just going to hit this little gun button here, then we're going to go into the park, and it says relieve pressure before attempting to park, which we did. So now it's going to flash red and give us a little green check mark once the machine has been parked. And we have our little green check mark. So the machine is parked. Now we could go ahead and we could turn off our power at the big red knob, and we could turn off all of our breakers and close the little holes on top of the A and the B drum, and turn off our generator and compressor. And that's it. Thanks for watching.